You know, the transition from apartment life into van life is always so interesting to me because one way or the other, whether I'm going from van to apartment, apartment to van, it always just feels like it's such a stark change. And the first time, like getting in the van, loading it up, I just kind of have this thought, like, should I just stay in the apartment or should I continue to pack up and get on the road? Little hands-free check-in here while we're driving. So we've been on the road about 3 hours and we are almost to San Angelo State Park in Texas. Not gonna lie, I'm a little lost right now. We're site 12 and I just drove through sites 1 through 11 and I'm not totally sure where site 12 is, so we're just gonna keep driving for now. Hopefully we find it. Oh, so there is way out yonder a little bit of water. Here we go, site 12. Made it. Well, I am hungry. And I went to Jimmy John's earlier, so this is gonna be my dinner tonight, and then the rest of the trip is gonna be much healthier, me cooking. I brought a lot of meat and veggies. The old infamous roof climb with too many things in my hands. I think we'll be okay though. Voila. They actually just released, I don't know if you saw this, Starlink released a new satellite which can be fixed to your roof permanently while you're driving. They want $2,500 for it, and there's no way I'm paying that. Plus, honestly, having this as a potentially mobile one too is good in case I want to park under trees and be able to move this to a different spot farther away, because they give you a ton of cable to do so. So this, at least for now, should be a lot easier. I don't have to deal with wires and cables around the van. I can just kind of leave everything up here when I'm parked for a day or two, and we should be good to go. So that's gonna acquire signal, and now we got Starlink backup set up. Definitely not feeling the transition yet. We've got one upgrade I'll show you inside and one more on the roof, but I actually want to do finally a full van tour walkthrough this trip. So stay tuned for that. That'll be a future video. We'll do, as they say, soup to nuts, tip to tail, bumper to bumper. I don't know. We're gonna do a full walkthrough. I'm talking every little single upgrade I've done to this. What I like, what I don't, what I would change, what I'm happy with, what I use a lot, what I ended up doing but maybe don't use a lot. Right now, I'm getting ready, got my ruck pack on. So I have a 50 miler January 7th I'm getting ready for, but I wanna go ahead and walk the pooch. So we're gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna wear this. We got 30 pounds in here and it's a nice night. Sun's setting. I think the wind's settling down. Should be a good time here. And so we had a good walk. You know, the whole walk I was kind of just thinking about, if I didn't have this apartment, where would I end up geographically? It's so easy for me to kind of not want to go too far from Texas or not too far from Austin because I know it's kind of a home base. I've got all my stuff there, I'm attached to it. And it was like, you know, would I end up in Oregon? Would I end up on the East Coast? Just where would it take me over time? And I'm not gonna be able to answer that question for now, but something I'm gonna ponder tonight. Should be a relaxing night. I think I'm gonna do some video editing, get out the last video, which will be a good experience I took my buddy out camping with. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out, my friend Timo. Shout out to Liquid IV. They actually sponsored, well, they send me these for free. So I wouldn't say they sponsored me, but I'll put a link below. It's a little sweet for me. The funny thing is it does hydrate me like the most out of any drink. So I'm torn. I would say try it. If you can deal with the sugar, I like to mix it with way more water than they say. My preference, but again, I will admit it does hydrate you darn well. So whatever else they're doing in there with electrolytes and everything, it's working. So check it out if you want, Liquid IV. This is the last upgrade I've been waiting for so long. So this is the Roam Rest mattress. Shout out to Roam Rest. I have not slept on this yet. What I'll say, I worked with them. One of their mattresses showed up and it wasn't a good fit for me. I'm trying to figure out the details if this is going to be how they sell all new Storyteller mattresses or not. But for now, this seems a lot better than the first one I tried. So we'll be sleeping on it tonight. I'll let you know the review in the morning. This I'm super excited about because it should be nice memory foam. I'm side sleeper supportive, especially with how much I'm running and all that. I do get neck pain, back pain, so real excited to spend a night on that and see how it is. Good morning. Well, last night I have some good news and bad news. Good news, this mattress slept so well. I was so happy with this. I did fully purchase this, like I should say that. This I just bought outright. I needed a new mattress in here because I get neck and back pain. None of that. The bad side is I woke up a ton of times, probably 10 to 15. It's been so windy, the entire van was basically shaking. All day I even looked through New Mexico. I was thinking about leaving this spot today because it's supposed to be windy. Through New Mexico is, so there's a cold front I think coming through everywhere and causing crazy wind. And I've slept next to concert venues in Baja. Like I was able to fall asleep. This van's usually pretty quiet, but between the wind and it shaking, I woke up probably 10 to 15 times. Settling into van life a little bit, but after last night, I am looking forward to a good night's sleep. Hopefully tonight. I think the wind will die down later in the day. Fingers crossed. But for now, it's time to get some coffee. Got a good 6 mile run in. Haley's been hanging out in the van. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's still super windy outside, so the rest of today is gonna be pretty mellow. And so I'm hoping the wind will settle down enough so I can record this podcast, but I guess we'll see. In the meantime, gotta shower, gotta eat. Probably gonna walk the pooch. She seems pretty tired. Well, I forgot soap somehow. Grab these, I'm interested to try them. So it's kind of like a showerless face wash, body wash thing.
There, you're just gonna get that through the D loop, and then you're gonna...
Pretty impressive projector. Anchor Nebula Laser, if you're wondering. Very happy to report that the wind has finally just turned into a calm breeze. That means tomorrow I can get done some of the stuff I wanted to do today, record the podcast. So tonight's gonna be a little bit more relaxing. Tomorrow we head to New Mexico. What that means is a little bit colder weather, gonna brace myself for that. First night is in a state park, and then I want to head to Lincoln, where I know it's a lot colder. National Forest, don't have a campsite booked, just gonna wing it, it's public land. Got my jacket, just in case it gets cold. Pretty funny story this morning. So I've got this camo jacket on, and this is technically real camo. It's from QU, I think is how you say it, QU. And I'm walking, like I got shorts on too, so nothing, I'm not like full head to toe camo, but there's so many deer here in the park, and there were 2 giant families of them. And as I'm walking, like most of them ran off, but each time there was 1 or 2 that just kind of stopped and stared at me. And I probably got about 15, 20 feet with them. And finally the one I said, "Hey bud," and then he ran off. So I guess this stuff actually works pretty good, which is kind of just funny to see. Meanwhile, Haley's still living her best life, just sleeping in, enjoying sunrise. Initial review of these wipes I got. They're very minty, and I like that. I don't like a lot of, it's called like cologne fragrances or things like that, which a lot of soaps come with. So I don't know if it does anything, but it smells good. Doing a little maintenance before we get, so again, tonight we're at one more reserved camp. That means I'm gonna fill up all the water tanks, make sure everything's kind of topped off. And then the day after that, we're gonna head into just National Forest. So no reserves, be utilizing everything in the van. So I just wanna make sure all my resources are full and topped off before we get into that. Living that extended tank life. It's always funny to see where the gas tanks tap out with the extended, because it holds 47 gallons. This one tapped out at 175. Quick stop for snacks complete. Made it. Brantley Lake, New Mexico. Just made it. We're gonna get to site. We're a little early. Hopefully they let us in, and we get set up. I'm excited tomorrow to just head into the mountains. I can see them from here, and I have no clue where we're staying, so that'll be an exploration video. That should be a fun one. Well, we've already paid, so I guess we're good. What do you think? You wanna go for a walk? Let's look at the view. Little lake out there. Cool little trail. Probably too windy to hear me again. All right, so got a shower. My hair's always still a mess when it's long like this. Bear with me. Anyway, got a good run in, 3 miles, nothing too crazy, but it's still super windy. That said, gonna have a mellow night, edit this video, hang out with the pooch a little bit, eat some dinner. So stay tuned, subscribe, because the next video, we're gonna head into Lincoln National Forest. And I don't know where I'm staying. I marked a few spots that I know I can camp at, but I know it's also below freezing. So we're probably gonna encounter some snow, might be some road closures, might have taken spots. So should be a fun adventure. I'm excited. I'm not necessarily looking forward to the cold, but I got my gear, so I'm ready to go. Stay tuned. Thumbs up if you liked it. As always, it's been a pleasure, and I'll see you next time.